Hey, I'm Mindy Kinnis. This is the Daily Rage. Today, I want to talk a little bit about normalizing losses. Losses are absolutely 100% a part of this game. And still to this day, I hate losing. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I really don't like it. If I have a red P&L, I'm like not that happy about it. But I recognize that by continuing to fight so hard against losing, what I was doing sometimes was actually forcing trades, and then I would end up losing more than I had lost in the first place. So, what I've really been cognizant of recently and really working on in myself, in my own inner game of trading, is normalizing losses. Now, what I've been doing recently in the last week or so, couple weeks maybe, is I've been going for a specific target in terms of a daily profit goal. But what I've limited my losses to is about a tenth of the size of that profit goal. So if I keep that ratio kind of working for me, if I'm making 10 times more, let's just say on average, when I win on a day versus when I lose on a day, that does work out in the end. And even if it takes a long time to get to my bigger goals with these trading accounts, that is okay. What I need to do is take it day by day, one day at a time, not feel like, oh, I need to make all the money today. Because I definitely have felt like that many times. I like the excitement of it. I like the potential of it. But the reality is, I had to take a step back from those things and be like, I can't even think about, how many days I have to go. If I get my calculator out, I'm like, okay, well, if I make this much on every single day times 20 days trading in a month times 12 months a year, I'll have this much money. And I make myself crazy by doing that. So I have just stopped doing that. And I'm like, okay, all I'm going to do today, every day that I show up to trade, is I'm going to show up and trade well. Again, limiting my losses to as small as I can keep them. And then not necessarily trying to make $1 million in a day. It just doesn't work. I don't have the account size or the skill set to do that yet. And I need to recognize this is where I am. And here's the thing is that we all need to recognize where we are. We can certainly derive inspiration from looking at someone else's experience online. There are certainly brilliant traders out there who I follow, and I'm like, oh, like that's amazing what they're up to. But I can't compare myself to them, or at least I shouldn't compare myself. It won't end well for me if I start comparing myself to what they're doing. What I need to do is focus on me, take full responsibility for my own trading success or lack thereof, and recognize every single day, as monotonous as this sounds, because to me, who I like seeking adventure and different things, and I like the dopamine aspect of that, that's not going to create a long-term winning trading career. So just being really honest with myself recently about like how things are going, what's working, what's not working, and then really digging in to make some shifts. And the more I can recommend you do that, like the better off you will be, because ultimately, as many of you have found out, once we kind of get the gist of the trading in and of itself, the bigger game is that internal game that we need to figure out how we can win it best. So, just some thoughts for you this Friday evening. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm Mindy Kinnis. Thanks so much for watching.